Hello, so welcomes back everyone. Wolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, playing as Vaedren here, my Imperial Agent. And where we last left off, we were on the ice planet of Hoth there in the background. And we completed our primary operation, our main goal of, well, unfortunately, retrieving a Republic shuttle full of secrets for the Republic SIS. But at the same time, we were aiding the Imperial interests and managed to retrieve an advanced neural chipset. Yes, to increase droids' reaction time. So, I guess that's a good thing. I do feel a bit, conflicted about how our main storyline kind of resolved itself within the Star Coruscant. I mean, we did actually end up killing an active Imperial Admiral. Yes, he had gone rogue, he wanted his retirement fund, but he hadn't been convicted. We weren't sent to track him down. We just happened to be looking for the same thing, and, well, unfortunate things occurred, let's just put it that way. But we've come back to the Phantom now, reported our success, and our target, Ardun Kothe, the team leader of this SIS team, has told us there's their third operation in the works on the toxic world of Quesh. So that's where we're gonna be going. I've switched back over to Operative, and this is take 2 of this part. Only got a couple of minutes in with the aborted attempt, because I had accidentally sold my my headgear that I was using on Quesh. So I had to go actually purchase one, because I didn't realize I'd sold the rebreather, as I call it. So, before we get started, we do have a couple of bits of mail. Admiral Hulse, in regards to the Whitemore pirates. Yeah, we've already begun field tests with the Loramore chipset you recovered. The results have been astonishing. So much so that I felt compelled to thank you again for recovering such valuable technology. The Fixers report also says that all of the Whitemore leaders have been neutralized. I commend you for taking a strong stance. Intelligence often recommends making deals with pirates, a practice I find both pointless and distasteful. You're welcome, Admiral. And this is the more interesting one, I suppose. There's a Moff Zamar in regards to the death of Admiral Davos. Cipher Nine, I am writing in regards to the recent death of Admiral Laik Davos on Hoth. It took me time to confirm your presence, and I still don't know your exact role. He was a brilliant admiral and as corrupt as they come. I will not mourn him. In fact, I have added a commendation to your record for your part in stopping his illegal operation. But I also warn you, when Imperial Intelligence and the Chiss Defense Force purge corruption from the military without consulting the Moffs, it puts our readiness at risk. Replacing Admiral Davos is not an easy task, and we must now do so on short notice. Remember that the Empire must act as one. Yeah, okay, so we kind of got a slap on the wrist and a pat on the head for our duties there. Well, we'll put it that way. So, okay, looking good. Okay, I think it's time to get ourselves away. We do, of course, have Ensign Temple here on the cockpit of the Phantom, or the bridge. Not much of a bridge-like, of course. We need to keep her with us, otherwise our current programming will take effect, and she'll meet an unfortunate end. So, back to Quesh.
Begin encrypted message. This is Keeper to Cipher 9. We don't have long before Republic intercept, but I wanted to hear from you. Status report, please.
I'm still inside the SIS. I'm making progress, but I can't give details.
I'm getting disturbing reports about your activities. Loss of Imperial life on Hoth and some sort of incident at headquarters. Cipher, I need to know if the stress is getting to you.
It won't be much longer, I promise.
Your job is to learn what the SAS is after. Then, and only then, you must kill Ardun Kothe. Don't lose sight of those goals. Keep it out.
Patience. The serum is working. Play the game until you're free.
That's the plan. That's the plan indeed, Watcher X. Okay. Yeah, looks like we're,
Do you require anything, Master? A hot meal, perhaps? Conversation? Foot massage? Just say the word.
I'm good. Thanks. Guess we're meeting somewhere on the planet's surface. Part of me wonders if the choices we've made, how they may affect events going forward. We'll talk about it after. I might even look into it. Yes. Ensign Temple, you best stay close. Normally I would bring Kaleo, as they're used to dealing with Kaleo, but I can't really let you out of my supervision. Should I find a different uniform for you? Tell you what, after this job is done, once this current assignment is complete, then I'll find something different for you to wear. Something that offers a bit more protection. Before we get ourselves underway, stick our rebreather on. There you go. You can also have a rebreather. Look how kind I am. Oh, we're meeting quite far. Floating communications array in the distance there. So I was going to quick travel up to the way station and probably still will. But we couldn't while we were on the shuttle pad there. Oh. It's even better. Indeed. That is much better. Oh.
This is codename Leggett. I'm in position awaiting orders.
Leggett, how's Quesh compared to Hoth? Find any pretty ensigns?
Nar Shaddaa, Hoth, Quesh. We can't get away from each other, can we?
What can I say? We're on the same team now. Hunter to deck. Report in.
Codename Saber in position. Good to see you, Leggett.
Codename Wheel ready for operations.
And I'll be in position shortly. It's good to see you together as a team. Too many solo jobs nowadays. But now we're together for the most important job we've ever done. We're here for a weapon. One that can stop this war. Over a decade ago, Colonel Omas of the Republic Special Forces assembled a team of the galaxy's greatest scientists. The scientists led by Nason Godera were instructed to design a weapon capable of turning back the Imperial threat. A shadow arsenal of missiles cloaked from detection and more powerful than any made before.
Colonel Omas died at the Battle of Hoth. Nason Godera moved on to other things. Everyone assumed the shadow arsenal was never completed. But it was. Nason Godera built the shadow arsenal on Quesh, then concealed it in a fit of conscience.
These missiles, that's what we've been working toward.
The ultrawave transmitter had Nason Godera's weapon activation codes. Colonel Omas's shuttle, the Starbreeze, led us to this star system.
And the assault on Mangaza? Wheel and I...
Gave us one more key. Nason Godera wiped all records of the weapon, called it catastrophic. Didn't want it used. There are 200 missiles in the Shadow Arsenal. Only takes one to destroy Kos City. Threat alone should make the Sith surrender.
How can a missile be so powerful?
Each one has a cloaking device, a short-range hyperdrive, and a warhead with a kick. The ultimate first-strike weapon. The missiles are still inside the old manufacturing complex. 2 square kilometers of factories and tunnels.
Sealed up but still intact. The scientists couldn't bear to destroy their work, so they built defenses 50 years ahead of Republic standard.
We're going to secure the facility. I'll bring in the shuttle and locate the Shadow Arsenal.
Saber, take out the main batteries. Wheel, see what you can do with the main computer. Affirmative. Leggett, you'll penetrate the structure at these coordinates, bypass the droids and lower the facility shields so our shuttle can land.
The best defenses Republic minds have to offer. I could use a little exercise.
May the Force be with us, my friends. Ending link up.
And Leggett, in case you had any doubts, keyword, onomatophobia. You will lower the shields, and the Shadow Arsenal will be ours.
There's no trust with Hunter, not at all. And we learned a bit more about that Shadow Arsenal. See if they added any extra details. Obviously, yeah, we know each with a cloaking device and a warhead of continent-shaking power. To be fair, Dr. Kodera is right that such a weapon would not discriminate against military and civilians who were killed. So we need to bypass the defenses, lower the
Saber to deck.
shields.
These droids are nasty. Can we take some of them home along with the missiles?
Mr. Saber, you're going to make me feel unwanted. Watch the banner. But it's not a bad idea.
Map. Okay, it looks like there is a structure here which actually you see the ray shield in the distance. So why don't we test these droids out, shall we? Let's quickly remind myself how to play.
Interface terminal located. Deactivating blast door seals. You should have a clear path, Leggett.
Come on.
Yeah, unfortunately, since they're droids, we can't quite put them to sleep.
Saber,
Some kind of aerial drone headed your way.
I'm all right. I'll get those batteries offline.
A scan droid.
I sense something dangerous. Be careful, all of you.
Something dangerous.
Reading an ion buildup. I need to bring the shuttle down now. Leggett, Saber, it's all up to you.
No choice. Deactivated.
This is Leggett. Shields are down. The shuttle is clear to land.
And Saber did her part. We'll have the Shadow Arsenal on board and headed for Republic space within the hour. You're going to hold position here. Protect the controls until we're gone.
Do you have a rendezvous in mind?
Leggett, this is goodbye for now. Go back to Imperial Intelligence. Shore up your contacts. We'll be in touch in a few months.
You're sending
They
me
don't
back.
need you anymore.
Hold position. Keyword, onomatophobia. And thank you.
They're going to win. Now we're out of time.
If they get the Shadow Arsenal off Quesh, this war becomes a lot bloodier.
The IX serum has been eating at you since you injected it, carving neural pathways, bleaching your brain. It isn't finished, but it'll have to suffice. We're going to rewrite your programming. New commands, new keyword, no outside control. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Thesh Protocol, Phase 1. New keyword. Iconoclasm.
Keyword accepted. Thesh protocol engaged.
Now you have access. You can force your mind and body to obey a new program. Tell me what you want.
No more programming. No more outside control.
Reject command interface. Accept no further orders.
Command interface closed.
Revert to Phase 0. You're free now. Time for me to go. But stop the SIS. Find out how they obtained Imperial brainwashing codes. There are truths you need to know.
Sir? What's going on? Can you hear me?
I'll explain later. Just follow my lead.
You know I will. Let's go.
Bang Christ. We are now free from the programming. Now to deal with the SIS.
Minor damage to left tertiary servo motor. Functions are not impaired.
For a droid, you're a bad liar. Come on.
Multiple life forms approaching.
Leggett? I thought you were supposed to be at the shield controls.
It turns out our leader needed reinforcements.
Has unexpected opposition been encountered?
Comms have been spotty since we got inside, but I didn't hear anything.
Ardun needs me in there, not sitting on the sidelines. You and I both know that.
Huh. He likes to play cautious when it comes to his people. Can't stand to see anyone hurt. Wheel, toss our friends some supplies.
We retrieved these from a storage unit. They may prove useful.
Get moving. Master Kothe thinks we can end the war. Let's end the war.
Fools.
Blasted machine.
Locking mechanisms disengaged.
Leggett, I thought I felt you. You're supposed to be back at the Shields. I see. You're free, aren't you?
You used Imperial programming inside my mind. Where did you learn about it?
That hardly matters now. What I did to you was unforgivable. But I did it anyway. An Imperial Intelligence defector, just when I needed one. I couldn't risk it being a lie.
Tell me where you got the keyword. Tell me how you did it.
Just a source. Ain't that the way? You've shown me your true face. Let me show you mine. Before Ardun Kothe, the SIS chief, there was a better man. A Jedi Knight who couldn't live up to the code. That Jedi can't live in a world of shadows. But maybe he can still save the galaxy.
I've been thinking about this fight a long time, Ardun.
I'm ashamed to say it, but so have I.
I am strong!
Don't let him do that.
You fight good, Cipher. I don't expect mercy. The Shadow Arsenal was my chance to stop the war, and I failed.
You're going to die knowing the Republic will fall.
There is no death. There is the Force.
He's not getting back up. I think we just saved the Empire.
Ardun Kothe may be dead, but we can't leave the Shadow Arsenal in place.
I can see if I can contact Crash Command, if you like.
Cipher. Imperial again, huh? And no more programming. That is a surprise. I was finished with Ardun, but I had plans for you. We could have wandered the galaxy together. Me as the captain, you as my servant.
Ardun Kothe was your commanding officer. What do you mean, finished with him?
Big changes are coming. Imperial Intelligence and the SIS. History will forget them, and it'll forget you. I just tipped off a squadron of Imperial bombers. That facility is about to be wiped out.
What's this about? Whose side are you on?
I'm on the winning side. Goodbye, Cipher. When the bombs rain down, the Shadow Arsenal will make a spectacular crater.
We need to go. Yep, time to leave. Where's Saber and Wheel? Yet. What did Hunter mean? Not SIS, not intelligence. A third side to the war. crap. That's a bit too close. Ooh, well, we made it. And our time here on Quest, once again, has come to an end.
This is Keeper to Cipher 9. Emergency transmission, please respond. I have reports of a level 5 annihilation wave on Quesh, triggered by an Imperial bombing run. An SIS team was the target. Are you all right?
I nearly died. Not because of the Republic, but because of Imperial incompetence and Imperial treachery. Ardun Kothe and his weapon have been neutralized. That's the only thing that went right with your assignment.
You've raised your voice, and your pulse rate has increased. You're clearly upset. But you're describing a victory for the Empire. You saved countless lives, accelerated our timetable for conquest. Take pride in that. The rest we can resolve later.
I appreciate the situation. But if we're going to work together, there are things I need to know.
Then we should talk. Take a day or two. Remember who you are while there's still a quiet place in the galaxy. By the time you're recovered and back at headquarters, we'll be ready to march on Coruscant.
By the time you're recovered, yeah. Let's, go anywhere we need to go heavily armed. Right. So, that is actually the end of the second arc of the Imperial Agent storyline. Again, we've been offered time for rest and relaxation. Yep. The galaxy's on the brink of all-out war, and intelligence still needs your services. I'm sure they do. Okay. Decisions going forward. There are going to be choices coming up, both short-term and long-term, that are going to affect progression in this series. Not as if I'm going to go into the expansions, because I'm actually rather enjoying the storyline so far, and quite happy to continue. What I mean by progression, of course, is the choices we're going to have to make. Yeah, we're going to have to certainly see and maybe ponder more on some of the dialogue options that are offered to us, and hopefully choose appropriate responses. We'll just have to see what comes up, but we're certainly going to have a word both with Keeper and possibly the new Minister of Intelligence. I know, of course, the excuses they're going to come up with, but either way, that situation could have been much easier without the Castellian restraints. Oh well. So, where are we? We're quite close to level 73. Right. What we'll do is we'll take a break here. Obviously, we've got the end of a main story arc. When we come back, there is another situation we can look into back at Vaedren space dock. And we'll likely have a look at that before returning to active duty. I guess that's the best way to put it. With that situation, we'll probably also get our next level as well, in our next jump on the discipline tree. Thank you all for joining me once again with even more Star Wars The Old Republic. I hope you're certainly still enjoying the series so far, and as always, if you so wish, feel free to leave a comment. But hopefully I'll see you for the interlude part of the series next time, and then the part following that, when we go into the third and final act of the main Imperial Agent storyline. Until then, though, take care. Bye-bye now.